This is a killer edition.
What's the unboxing? What'd it be? Well, I don't know. Shut up and see.
Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Now, I've walked you through a couple of different editions of the Autumn Springs Retirement Home Massacre. There was the Aardvark Book Club edition and the Broken Binding edition. And when you add those to the UK and US trades, that's four. That's four. Well, now I have the fifth one to share with you. This is the Twisted Retreat Autumn Springs Retirement Home Massacre. And it is not even the last one. The last one will be Earthlings edition. So like the headlining act, it gets to close out the show on a fantastic story. If you've not read it, you got to read it. And I've done all the convincing I can do. And if I can't persuade you, then I hope Tim or Sean can. But today we just get to geek out a little bit and talk about this production, which is one of those books that has a low price point, but with lots of bells and whistles to it. Just like showing you the different Autumn Springs, I've also shown you what Twisted Retreat can do, but I promise you, this takes it to another level. So again, the book-only box is a mailer, a very sturdy mailer that gets the job done, protects the book without the branding that used to be on their boxes. And then a padded envelope. It's very nice, keeps it protected, and then in this case, the book has an additional layer of protection with a slipcase. That's very cool. I haven't seen Twisted Retreat do a slipcase for any of their previous titles. I'm going to be able to rip the cellophane shrink wrap with just my fingers. I don't even need to get the backup knife. Pretty good. So yeah, I think there have been, I think there may be, at the end of it, 6 editions. I think that's how many people actually get murdered in the book. So there's an edition for each murder, maybe. Or we could just name the editions after the characters in the book, in which case I would call this one, being the second to the last, but also the most elaborate to date, I'd probably call this the Beauregard Mason Miller edition, because Earthling is going to be the Rose Dubois edition. I guess you could do that. You don't have to. You don't have to name your books. But here it is. So, the Autumn Springs Retirement Home Massacre. Nice slipcase, I think. You got a burning wheelchair that's also dripping blood, right there. So lots of violence happened. You have the house, the retirement home, facility, perhaps, and then dust jacket. Very cool. Foil all over the place. Don't hold this up while you're driving, or you could blind the other drivers, and do not take this outside, because if you shoot it up into the sky, you might blind a pilot. You don't want to do that. It's like a laser pointer. Look at that. Boom. Some info on the back. Then I just happen to know, because I've seen a lot of people share it, it has a reversible dust jacket, and it becomes an even crazier cover. Now, when a dust jacket has a reversible option, then you have to bend it the other way, and I don't know if I'm a fan of that. I don't know if I want to ever bend it the other way. But if you bought 2, you could do that. And the cover is like bonded leather. It's leather-like material. I know it's not genuine leather, and foil stamped. So it's giving Easton Press, right? Am I wrong? It's giving Easton Press. Also, if you are a former Cemetery Dance fan, because you shouldn't be a current Cemetery Dance fan, their Graveyard Edition books look similar to this. But at the price point, this is spectacular. This is a very affordable. Oh yes, sprayed edges. Look at that. Boop boop boop. And you got a little a little green man right there. Little Martian. Though he may not be from Mars necessarily. And then Oh man, that's just the outside. And here is Autumn Springs, the whole facility of the different wings, the community center, medical center, etc., and so on in upstate New York. This is what it looks like in the pamphlet when you have to, maybe put an aging parent in there, like my kids might do someday to me, if I'm lucky. And then the abandoned asylum that is also plays a role in the story. So cool end sheets, and of course the all important signature page. That pretty much sums up everything. Well, it's a lot, but it sums up everything that Twisted Retreat brought to the table for this release, because the book block is exactly the same as it is for the trade edition and for the aardvark edition. So what's nice is this is a larger size than the trade hardcover, but it has all the same type. It has the same type, same design, the same blood splatter treatment on the pages as that. So I will say it will be a better reading experience just feeling these boards and having the larger type. It's easier on aging eyes. It also has a ribbon page marker right there. So compared to all the other titles released by Twisted Retreat, this is far and above their best effort. I really love what they do. And when they do that treatment to a book I love, it's all the better. Their treatment alone makes me want to read the titles I've gotten previously, even though I've never heard of the titles or the authors in many of those cases. And they have a pretty interesting one coming up for the February release if you're still on. So it's very affordable. It's only $27 a month for the book only subscription. I think they deliver mega bang for mini buck. I don't think, as a copywriter, I don't think I've ever hated myself as much as I do right now for saying that. But they definitely over deliver and undercharge. But that also sounds bad because it sounds like I want to pay more. I don't want to pay more. I think you know what I'm struggling with. You get the meaning out of the struggle, out of the context. You get a lot of value for your money with Twisted Retreat. And like I said, in this case, this is the best edition of this book to date, up until Earthling releases their edition. I can't wait for that. But I'm glad I get to share it with you today. And I don't know if there are any still available. If they are, I'll put a link in the description. If not, I'll put a link in the description to get the book only box. And if you have the money, I can't see a better subscription box right now for horror fans than Twisted Retreat. So thank you for joining me this time. Hope to see you again next time. In the meantime, stay frosty.